Hello, Steve Long here, and we're in Philadelphia, PA at PECO World Headquarters at 2301 Market Street looking at their plaza. 2 years ago, Formatread, a non-slip system, was installed on their steps. Formatread was installed for pedestrian safety. Formatread provides a visual cue for the pedestrian as well as a tactile cue, as opposed to this. Slippery surface. So let's look at an installation on another plaza deck on the same facility that's being done today. Again with Formatread and epoxy, which has the aggregate in it prior to application. This aggregate is what gives us our slip resistance. For the installation, we're going to use our epoxy and our dual cartridges along with the nozzle, which is our mixing nozzle, and our specialty tape, which is going to provide a stencil for us. Now for prep work, we're going to use this metal brush with a handle, which just makes it easier to etch up the surface a little bit. So we'll get a little etch, and we're going to do a little bit of cleaning, and then we'll just brush this off. In interior, we would use maybe a vacuum, and we're ready to go. We'll get adhesion. Now our stencil tape goes down. So one tape for each tread that we're going to be doing. So the one this fellow's doing right now is going to be one tread, and then I'll put a second one side by side. Stencil, we just pull right in the middle, and we're going to take this little piece right here, this section, and we'll use that to terminate the end, which you'll see when we actually apply the material. And then we're just going to pull that piece of tape off, and that is what's going to give us our tread right there. It's going to give us our stencil that we're just going to apply to. And with our gun and our coaxial cartridges, we just gun the material out. The epoxy mixes in the nozzle. It comes out onto the substrate. Note that the stencil is there to guide it, and also once we spread it, it'll allow us to have a nice look on the tread once we're done. With a spatula tool, we just tool the material. We flatten it out, spread it out, so the stencil catches any excess. Now we can have a nice aesthetic looking tread. Now in this project, because of high traffic, we're going to put a little extra aggregate on top, let it sink in, give it a little more texture. We then pull up our easy form stencil, and you can see now we have a great anti-slip, aesthetically pleasing visual cue for safety. Opening time for traffic will be dependent upon temperature, as seen in this graph. And here you see an installation that was done 6 years ago, holding up to weather, UV, and de-icing salts. For more information, visit our website or contact us at 610-994-2138.